Hey guys, my name is Darkwater Killer, and today I'll be showing you how to make a data pack that runs commands when a player is near a specific block. In the case of this video, I'll be making it so players will receive a speed effect when standing on red concrete, and slowness when walking through tall grass. The idea for this video was suggested by Live Dimensions on the channel's official Discord server. If you have a video suggestion or need help with data packs, there will be a link to join the server in the description below. So, to start us off, I have an empty data pack with all the folders we're going to need. First, we'll set up a tick.json in the Minecraft tags under the functions folder. So, new file, tick.json. And what you do here is open your root tags, replace false. Nope, false actually should not be in quotations, however. Come on. And values. This is a list Minecraft tick. And save that. So what this is doing is it's saying, it's basically defining what functions are going to be run every game tick. And replace false, that's for if you have other tags that are called tick.json. In this case, it's not really important in this case. Just make sure you have it set to false to avoid any potential issues. And then in values is the actual function call to the function that's going to be run every single tick. So in this case, we're going to run a function in Minecraft called tick, and we actually need to create that. So creating our tick function is actually really simple. So it's just Minecraft functions, new file, tick.mc function. Okay, and all we're going to do in here is call a function called in effect, I believe it is without quotes, effect colon speed. So what this is doing is it's just saying when you run this tick command, it just says run effect under the basically the effects namespace a function called speed, which that is also another function that we have to create. So to make our speed function, we're going to go into the effect namespace under functions, new file, speed.mc function, and this is going to be done in 4 parts. The first part is going to be adding the speed tag when the player is standing on top of a red concrete block. So we're going to execute as all players, and we're going to execute it at all players without the tag speed. We're going to execute at the selected target. We're going to do the execution if the block below the player is Minecraft red concrete, and we're going to align on all 3 axes, and all we're going to do is run tag on the selected target, add speed. Okay, so all this is doing is seeing if you're standing on top of a red concrete block, and if you are, then give the speed tag to that player, and it will run at all players that do not have that tag at that time. And the next one is going to execute as all players that have the tag speed, run effect give to themselves Minecraft speed, and we need a time, which I'm going to set the time to 1 million because that will make it an infinite duration. And we're going to give a value of 0 to the level of the potion, so it's going to be equivalent to speed 1. And we're going to say true, so the potion particles do not show up. Okay, next we're going to execute as all players that have the speed tag. We're going to execute at them, and unless they're standing on top of a red concrete block, again aligned on all axes, unless they're standing on top of that red concrete, we're going to take away the speed tag. And finally, the last part, we are going to execute as all players that do not have the speed tag. And we're just going to say run effect clear himself Minecraft speed. And so what this is doing is, if a player is standing on top of red concrete, give them the speed tag. If the player has the speed tag, give them the speed effect. If they're no longer standing on top of red concrete, remove the speed tag. And then if they don't have the speed tag, remove the speed effect. So the advantage to doing this in this method, using this method to do this, is that it's near instantaneous, the transition between not having the speed effect and having it. So it basically, the moment you step on top of red concrete, you'll receive swiftness, and the moment you step off of red concrete, you will no longer have that speed tag. A disadvantage to doing it like this, however, is I believe you will not be able to use speed potions normally, because the game will just see that you don't have the speed tag because you're not standing on top of red concrete. And because you don't have that speed tag, this command right here is going to always clear any speed effect that you receive. So that's a downside to doing it this way. To get around that, you would just give the player the potion effect whenever they stand on top of it for a short duration. However, that means when you step off of that specific block, it will take up to a second for the effect to be removed. For the slowness, when walking through tall grass, it is basically the same thing except with a couple things tweaked. So I'll go write that off camera and go into the world for this data pack. Okay, I'm in the world for the data pack, and I'm just going to reload and wait for that to finish. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place down some red concrete. Come on. And I'm going to put down a group of tall grass as well. So you'll notice when I step onto red concrete, I receive speed, and it's just speed 1. And when I walk off of the red concrete, I no longer have the speed effect. And then for the tall grass, when I walk into it, I am slowed down, as if I'm trying to, say, push through all the overgrown brush and stuff like that. And when I walk out of it, the slowness effect is immediately removed. So, because this is checked off of the player's coordinates, the way I set this up. Relative to the player, it doesn't have to be something that you are on top of. Like here, when I made the red concrete, I was checking the block below by saying the relative coordinate of one y level below with y -1. And what I did here instead with the tall grass is I checked the exact coordinate of the player's feet, which is just which would just be using the 3 tildes instead of saying that. So you can check, say, the side of a player. You can check to see if they're next to a block or if there's a block above the player. And you can even check multiple different blocks as well. Doing something like that, it starts to get a little bit more complicated, but it is possible. If you want to download the data pack that I made in this video, there will be a link in the description where you can download the data pack. Feel free to use the data pack for any of your own packs and modify it to your heart's content. I really just give you guys these resources for you guys to use, and you don't need to ask permission for, hey, can I use this on my server, or anything like that. If you have a suggestion or questions about data packs, again, consider joining the channel's Discord server. The link will be in the description. And if you want more data pack tutorial videos, consider subscribing. And thanks for watching, and have an amazing day.